You curse your pain. You speak of it as if it robbed you, as if it weakened and reduced your chances at power. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your weapon if you have the discipline to wield it. Most men run from suffering. They numb it with distraction, indulgence, denial. They drown it in noise, so they never have to examine it. And in doing so, they dull the very blade that could have carved their authority. You wish to be powerful? Then stop asking for a painless life. Ask instead for a sharpened one. Pain is pressure, and pressure reveals structure. When insult wounds you, it exposes your insecurity. When rejection devastates you, it exposes your dependency. When betrayal destroys you, it exposes your blindness. Do not despise these exposures. They are intelligence reports. Pain tells you exactly where you are fragile. And fragility, once identified, can be fortified. The weak resent their pain. The strategic dissect it. Understand this. Comfort preserves weakness. Adversity exposes it. If no one had ever doubted you, you would never refine your competence. If no one had ever betrayed you, you would never sharpen your discernment. If no one had ever humiliated you, you would never build unshakable composure. You want resilience without resistance, authority without trial, respect without scars. Impossible. Steel is not formed in warm water. It is tempered in fire. When someone disrespects you and rage rises within, do not explode. Observe. Why does it sting? Is it because they touch the truth you fear? Or because you have not yet built the strength to be unaffected? Your pain is a map. It marks the places where your power must grow. If criticism crushes you, your identity is unstable. If rejection ruins you, your self-worth is outsourced. If loss annihilates you, your attachment is excessive. Pain is not punishing you. It is revealing you. Many interpret suffering as a signal to retreat. I interpret it as instruction to evolve. When you fail publicly, humiliation burns. Good. That burn can either scar your confidence permanently or ignite an obsession with mastery. When you are abandoned, loneliness cuts deeply. Good. That cut can either turn you desperate or teach you independence so profound that no one's absence destabilizes you again. Pain does not decide your destiny. Your response does. Observe those who rise to dominance in any arena of business, politics, art, war. They are rarely strangers to suffering. They have been dismissed, mocked, undervalued, and instead of collapsing, they recalibrated. They did not seek revenge through chaos. They sought superiority through discipline. That is the difference between emotional reaction and strategic refinement. The wounded lash out. The powerful sharpen quietly. How does pain sharpen power? It does so through three mechanisms. First, it eliminates illusion. When you are betrayed, you learn who is loyal and who is opportunistic. Pain clarifies relationships faster than pleasure ever could. Second, it strengthens tolerance. The first insult devastates you. The 10th barely moves you. Exposure builds immunity. Immunity builds composure. Composure builds dominance. Third, it intensifies focus. When something is taken from you, your priorities reorganize. You see what matters and what is trivial. Pain strips away distractions. Clarity is power. Uncontrolled pain mutates into bitterness. Bitterness clouds judgment. It makes you reactive instead of strategic. If you allow suffering to turn you cynical, paranoid, hostile, you have not sharpened your power. The blade must be sharpened, not corroded. This requires restraint. When pain strikes, do not speak immediately. Do not post or retaliate. Silence is the workshop of transformation. Within silence, ask, what is this teaching me? What weakness is being exposed? What must I strengthen? The moment you ask these questions, you shift from victim to architect. There is a version of you that only exists on the other side of adversity. You cannot meet him in comfort. He is forged in rejection. He is refined in failure. He is sculpted in loss. Every time life denies you something, it is testing whether you will shrink or sharpen. If rejection makes you smaller, you become forgettable. If rejection makes you better, you become formidable. Let heartbreak teach emotional control. Let humiliation teach preparation. Let financial struggle teach discipline. Let loneliness teach self-reliance. Every wound carries a lesson. Extract it ruthlessly. Discard the rest. Pain without extraction is wasted suffering. Pain with reflection becomes strategy. If you had never been doubted, would you push yourself as hard? If you had never failed, would you analyze your errors? If you had never lost, would you appreciate strength? The insult that fuels your ambition is more valuable than the praise that lulls you into stagnation. Praise makes you comfortable. Pain makes you dangerous. The experiences that once nearly broke you have become your advantage. The betrayal that taught you to summon protects you now. The rejection that forced self-improvement elevated your standards. The hardship that demanded endurance expanded your capacity. You will look back and realize the pain was not the enemy. Your fragility was. And once fragility is replaced with fortitude, pain becomes less frequent because you are no longer easily pierced. Power is not the absence of pain. It is the mastery of response. You cannot control who leaves, mocks, underestimates, and opposes. But you can control what you build from it. Every time you endure suffering without collapsing into self-pity, your internal authority increases. Every time you transform resentment into discipline, your influence expands. Every time you choose growth over grievance, you separate yourself from the ordinary. Weak men ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Strategic men ask, "How can this refine me?" Weak men numb pain. Strategic men study it. Weak men retaliate emotionally. Strategic men respond structurally. One remains trapped in cycles. The other ascends. Do not pray for a painless existence. Pray for the composure to withstand pressure without distortion. Pray for the discipline to refine yourself when challenged. Pray for the vision to see opportunity hidden within adversity. For when you stop fearing pain, something extraordinary happens. You become difficult to intimidate, manipulate, and destabilize. Let the world test, deny, and challenge you. Each strike is a hammer. Each disappointment is a grindstone. Each loss is a furnace. Stand in it. Do not shatter. Harden, refine, sharpen. And when the time comes to act, your edge will be unmistakable. You will not beg, flinch, and crumble, because your pain did not weaken you. It honed you, and a honed blade does not announce itself. It simply cuts.